2010, a year I thought never would come, but it's almost here, and I guess we're gonna have to see what it has in store for us. It looks like a fantastic year of gaming.
Yeah, especially in Q1.
Yeah, I mean it's unprecedented. Q1 really has more releases than normally Q4 does.
Yeah,
it's a quarter to just keep it going. I guess after this quarter, yes, or might as well release everything with that, all the good stuff. But 2010 will also bring a couple of new things, a couple of unknowns to the market, and that's what we thought we'd talk a little bit about. Of course, Nintendo sort of shook up the industry with the Wii, and it took a while for Sony and Microsoft to come up with a remedy or a plan to deal with that. Or copy it. Well, one would hope that it didn't take them 3 years to copy what Nintendo did, but they have their two separate ideas, two separate concepts, and we just thought we'd share a few thoughts on the PlayStation motion controller. That's due out pretty early in 2010, according to Sony at least. We haven't seen much, but and then of course Project Natal. That's probably going to be called something differently when it comes out next autumn. So what's your thoughts on?
You want to start off?
My first, when watching the E3 stuff with Natal and the motion was like.
Yeah, he loves motion control stuff.
I hate motion control. I just make it official. I don't want them.
Seriously?
I don't want them. I want to sit on my couch and play.
No, but that was my idea about it all when Nintendo started out and when they revealed what the Wii was going to be. But recently there's been a lot of games. That actually turned it into a clever part of the gameplay. The newest one being New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Don't get me wrong. The Wii has a lot of good titles that actually works, especially Nintendo's own stuff with motion controllers work excellently. I have nothing against the Wii when it comes to that part. That's okay. But when we get Natal and the motion stuff for PlayStation, no.
But I think he's doing the thing he did in the Batman review now. he's turning into a naysayer. What I would like to say is what I'm really interested in to see is how something like Natal can be used to make a traditional gaming experience a little bit extra, like the voice recognition and the face recognition, putting that into a game and making it sort of enhance the experience.
Kind of like what Nintendo is doing with the controller finally. Yeah. Because and it's the exact same thing with the Nintendo DS. When it started out, it was the whole gimmick of whatever game you were playing, whereas now it's part of the game that's actually accentuating the good parts of the game.
You actually think that's going to happen early on with the title?
No, but who's...
and Microsoft?
No, probably not. But
waving around, bouncing balls?
No, but who cares? That's
I care.
That's part of technology, and that's the way everything evolves. And maybe not this year, but I think there's going to be some really clever use of both technologies.
But I don't want to wave around, I don't want to dance. The facial recognition, of course, Natal has a couple of other things that the PlayStation 1 or...
Yeah, we should probably separate the two.
Yeah, motion controller, one thing. Natal has more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that I can absolutely get behind. The stuff Benke is talking about, the stuff you're talking about. But waving around, bouncing balls, no more. Please.
But I think we're going to see in some of Microsoft's big titles already next autumn that they're going to include Natal support for certain things.
Fable 3.
Fable 3 is an obvious thing that you come to think of immediately, in voice recognition and facial recognition.
And seriously, I think it's going to be very, very, very poor in the first couple of games. Yeah. Probably also Fable 3. Even though I respect Lionhead.
Or very limited. I mean, if it's in a big title, it's going to be very limited to just a specific thing.
But the potential in it, and I strongly believe that there will actually be games that make really good use of it, which is something I unfortunately can't see with the PlayStation technology right now. And I should go on record and say that I've only seen what everyone else has seen of it, and I have really not got anything to base this on besides that. but that looked to me very, very poor.
I think it feels a little bit like they're taking a shortcut. Like Microsoft is maybe doing a little bit too much, but Sony seems to be sort of in between what they were doing last generation and then moving on to this generation.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm just concerned that that it's not going to be. It's going to require ideal conditions and things like that to work.
That really doesn't concern me. And looking at Sony's track record, they are the people who introduced iToy, which was a success, and of course SingStar and games like that. So they have the background to turn this into something really good. But from what they've shown so far,
maybe we should. This is like a total caveat, but obviously Natal motion controller. It's not really aimed at our type of gamers. I mean, it's more of a way to bring the casuals in and to do something that sort of the Wii balance board. What that did to Nintendo. How many people have bought the Wii to have Wii Fit? To have something they can play without using a controller, without using anything that's foreign or weird to them. And I suppose that is a little bit what Microsoft and Sony want to do. Remains to be seen if they can tap into that. They haven't been successful so far. Sony were last generation, but we'll see. I guess in 2010 we'll see. So I guess that's what we've got to say about the motion control stuff and about Natal and about that. So hey, we're skeptics. What can you say?